What's going on, everybody? I'm up here giving you my review of NBA 2K13. I've had this game for a little bit over 2 weeks now and had a chance to play through pretty much all the modes: offline, online, blacktop, association, and just get a pretty good feel for the game. And so far, I like what I've gotten from 2K this year. They've introduced some new things like a little addition to the shot stick and different things like that. And the overall feeling of the things that they've added have been pretty good this year. I mean, I like the things that they've added, and I've been pretty pleased with the product this season. So, as always, there are going to be some gripes with the games and some things that don't work exactly like they should. But for the most part, I would say this is well worth your money. I purchased NBA 2K12 last year. I skipped out on 2K11 and 2K10, but I did play those games. I would have to say probably the last 2K product I was this satisfied with would have to be NBA 2K8 with Chris Paul on the cover. And it's been a little while ago. There are some things that they've done right this year, and there are some things that they are still missing out on for this year. And I'll get to that here in just a little bit. But they've been pretty good with the updates this year, with different things they've done. Like, as you can see in the video, they've updated the Suns court, they've updated the Lakers court, they've done some tweaks to the Thunder and the Clippers court. So they've been pretty much on top of these court updates. They've been pretty good. They have a few more they got to do. I think Cleveland's got a little tweak to their court that they'll update here pretty soon. But 2K has been pretty much on the ball when it comes to that. Roster updates have been a little slow with that, but it's understandable. You know, the season hasn't really started yet, but you would still like to see them updated as quickly as possible. The offline modes, they play pretty well, pretty smooth, pretty much what you'd expect from a typical 2K game. Online this year has been surprisingly good. I've encountered very few disconnects, things have run pretty smoothly, and I'm pretty much able to get a lot of games in. It feels really good, especially compared to years past. The one thing I wish 2K would bring back, as far as online is concerned, would be lobbies, like they had in NBA 2K8. Lobbies, to me, I'd like to see the opponent I'm playing, I'd like to see their record, I'd like to see their ping, I'd like to see how many times they quit or disconnect in a game. Things like that are big to me. Not so much the record, but if an opponent, if they quit or if they disconnect, like what they're like. I like to see that. With 2K13, it's just kind of at random and luck of the draw. But if you just want to get some good online gaming in, you're sure to find it here in NBA 2K13. The offline modes, association, you're pretty much getting the same thing. My player, it's pretty much the same. There's just some differences this year. Of course, they've added the new VC feature, which I don't particularly like, because to me, it's just a money grab. But, I mean, to each his own, I guess. The VC, it works pretty well, but it just makes things a little bit more harder, a little bit more tedious when you're going through trying to update your player and having to spend points and accumulate points and do different things. It's something I wish they would have completely left out of the game, but it seems like all the companies are starting to go to this way. The one thing I can give 2K credit for is at least they don't have an online pass yet. So, but overall, the games I've played, they feel great. A lot of movement, a lot of control. My one gripe, and it's something I hope that they can patch or they can fix later on, would be, well, I'm really showing my age here, but I'm going to go ahead and say it anyway. Any of you guys that remember playing NBA Courtside on the N64, back with Kobe Bryant on the cover, there was this thing when you drive down the lane and you would bump a defender and your player would just stop. Well, 2K has a little bit of that when there's a deflection on a ball or somebody's trying to steal the ball from you. The ball can be laying at your feet, and the person that just lost the ball is just stand there. They won't move, they won't be able to do anything, while the defender can easily pick up the ball and run down the court for a layup or a fast break. That's probably one of the most annoying things about this game, and probably my only gripe about this game, but it's something that when you're playing a really close battle online or even against the computer, it makes things extremely frustrating when you lose a close game. So it's something I hope they can fix in the future. Overall, for anybody who's on the fence or debating about picking this game up, if you bought NBA 2K12, it's not too much different from last year, but there are some things that feel a lot better and feel much smoother than last season. If it were me, I'm just one of those people that I gotta have the new title no matter what it is. Every single year I'm purchasing Madden or NBA 2K13 or whichever game it might be, the new yearly sports title. If it's out, I'm going to get it. But I know some people, they operate on an every other year basis. So if you bought 2K12, you could pass on this, but you'd be missing out on a really great game in NBA 2K13. So if you have the extra cash or can find a used copy or something a little bit cheaper, I would definitely say go ahead and try to pick this game up. To me, it was well worth the money that I spent on it, and I would recommend this game to anybody else that's looking for a true sim basketball game. So these are my thoughts at NBA 2K13. Let me know what you think. Comments, likes, dislikes, whatever. Always appreciate the feedback. Thanks, guys.